Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I will talk to you about something that lots of Paphiopedilum orchid growers will encounter while growing their orchid. That is why the new growth that is out of the potting mix or growing out of the potting mix, why the roots stop to grow and why they don't keep growing like other orchids will do. On top of that, I'm gonna also show you a practical case that I have here with me where my Paphiopedilum is growing a new growth completely out of the pot. I will repot it with you and show you what would be my suggestion if you're encountering something like that as well. So, without further ado, let's start. If you know a little bit about Paphiopedilums, you probably know that Paphiopedilums, different from Phalaenopsis, Oncidians, Cattleyas, for example, most of them, they are terrestrial or semi-terrestrial. In the wild, they will grow their roots in contact with moss or other type of decaying material that are in the forest floor. For this reason, their roots will be constantly moist and also aerated as well. So, the roots of these plants, they are not adapted to grow in the air like other orchids are. They cannot capture the humidity from the dry air like Phalaenopsis would be able to. They have a different type of roots if you compare to these plants. So, when the plants are growing in the air like these one are, the root tips can become stunned, the roots will stop growing, and so they will not be able to hydrate and to keep feeding your Paphiopedilum. I will come closer to you to show you my plants, but if you notice, what's happening here is that I do have like some growths that are struggling a little bit. The plant's not the healthiest. And the reason for this to be is the older growths, the older leaves, they are depleting themselves while they are feeding the newer growths. However, the newer growth doesn't have long roots because it's growing in the air, which can be an issue moving forward. If this growth doesn't push out any more roots, it will be difficult for it to hydrate themselves, to feed themselves, and to keep growing healthily. What's the solution? I need to grab this plant and repot it. Actually, make sure that this growth is touching the potting mix and is growing inside the potting mix. So, hopefully, humidity around the roots will make these roots grow. The new growth might be able to push newer roots, and in the end, I can have a healthier plant. Maybe it will even bloom. Who knows? We need to be positive here, right? So now, I will gather my tools. If you are repotting your plants, you might need to gather your tools as well to repot this plant and show you what I intend to do. The first thing I will have to actually separate this part from the rest of the plant. I think I might unpot and repot everything since I'm already here and see what I can do with this growth. Another option would be to separate this from the rest of the plant and pot it separately, especially if you think it will survive on its own. I won't do it. I think I can still pot them together, but let's try unpot and check the root system of this orchid and see what I can do. I will grab bark and sphagnum moss because that's how I repot all of my orchids, even Paphiopedilums. They do kind of well within this mix, and I think it will suit it very well. Let's start. So here I am with my Paphiopedilum. What I would try to do is to remove it from its pot, to see what I have inside. I don't know if this potting mix is very old or not. The bark looks very well. I bought it. Some garden center. This is one of these American hybrids. I don't remember which garden center, but was definitely a garden center. I have some live roots, but I also have some dead roots. How I know these roots are dead, like other orchids, when they are very mushy, you know that you can safely remove them. I don't want them to spoil my mix, so that's it. I have my Steriliser pair of pruners here, so I will just, cut some portions of it. This can come down. Look, I have another mushy root here. Also can come down. So the good news is I do have live roots. Not all of them are live, but I do have live roots. However, what I have to do is to actually try to bury this section. I don't know if you can see, but I will try to bury this section of my orchid now. I will use the same pot, but I will use a new potting mix. I could reuse that. I'm still battling if I should or not. I think I'm gonna, honestly, I think I'm gonna just reuse it. It's not old. I think I repotted this year. So I guess I can just, let's do it. Let's see if it will fit. I don't want to break the roots or anything. Let's see if I have the space. This plant is big, so I hope you are being able to see what I'm doing. I have a issue here. This plant's not growing. I'm gonna have to separate that. I hope you keep growing. It's very tall compared to the rest, and I'm not being able to keep it inside. So I can pot everything together now, and these will be touching the potting mix finally. So the problem was how tall this was comparing to the rest of the plant. I'll just keep layering as I layered before. The problem was not my potting mix. The roots are alive, they're growing well inside. The issue was the position of the growth. So that was the main issue. So now, because I have roots inside this pot, I have to balance all the potting mix to make sure that it's all going inside this pot again. The reason why I'm reusing that is because it doesn't have any mold. It's not degraded yet. So there is no reason for me to swap everything. The plant is the same. The pot is the same. I would have to spend more on potting mix. Don't need to do that if everything here is okay. It's good. My main mission here is to make sure that all of the roots of the new growth are touching the potting mix. And also, I have a new growth on this side. I need to make sure that this new growth on the other side is also touching the potting mix. I think if we manage to do that, we are in a good position here, having everything touching the potting mix. Paphiopedilums, they are very similar to Phalaenopsis in terms of how the leaves grow, having this central axis. However, they are not monopodial like Phalaenopsis and Vanda. They are sympodials. They grow one frond after another. This is like a new growth. So the pattern of growth is different. We have to be careful to not rot the new growth when they are very small. If you let water trapped in there, you can definitely rot it. It's even, mature growths. We have to be careful. I'm not really worried with this one. It's a very mature and it's a very big growth. And on top of that, I don't offer a ton of water from above. I don't water in the sink. I just use my watering can and water it a little bit by little bit, and usually it should do the trick. I'm very happy with the size of this plant. Let's see what we'll decide to do. But it is back inside of its pot, and hopefully that will be enough for it to bounce back, to grow new roots. If I notice that something is very weird here, I can unpot and repot it again. But at least now all of the roots are inside the pot. Let me place it back here. I will just clean my table and come to conclude this video. So can you see? I hope you can see that the newer growth is full submerged, full buried now. It's buried inside. I have the leaves coming from, but the roots are touching the mix, which is great. Hi guys, I'm back here with my fully repotted Paphiopedilum. Hopefully this one will keep growing and will bloom for me, not in a very long time in the future. Paphiopedilums are a little bit slower than other orchids, but I found that these American hybrids, they grow faster than other Paphiopedilums, so it would be a great addition if you want to add something else to your collection, a different type of orchid like a Paphiopedilum that grows a little bit faster than other orchids. They are quite affordable as well. We find them locally here in the UK, which is amazing, super great. And on top of that, I think the flowers are beautiful. When they bloom, they are gorgeous. So that was everything that I want to show you today. If you had issues with Paphiopedilum before, let me know down below. What did you do for them to recover? And I would love to hear more about your experience, especially with Paphiopedilum. It's been a while that I don't show you one Paphiopedilum, but they are all here. They are doing well. If you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. I really appreciate all the nice comments that I receive. And subscribe to my channel, it helps me a lot. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video. Bye bye!